it's going to be interesting to see how he plays around all of the dog's tools right now.
Yeah, and we're getting right into the set, and immediately a up smash of Tarik. Tarik, of course, being is amazing Greninja player, ranked 2nd in Germany.
Yeah.
And
great results lately.
Yeah, and
such a hard-working player as well.
Absolutely, and one thing that's really interesting is he is eligible for the Dutch PR because this is his 3rd Dutch PR event.
What? Oh my goodness. Are we going to see Tarik on the Dutch PR?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the rules about that are, but he's actually eligible, and he's been placing really well in the Dutch events.
Yeah.
Look at Syndicate. He got 3rd or 4th. I'm not quite sure. Look at Finite XL. He got top 8, 5th, I believe.
Yeah.
Beating Mr. R, beating great Dutch players. And if he managed to do it 3rd time in a row, you can't help but wonder, but how much is this guy above the rest of the Netherlands?
He also went to France for the entire summer, grinding there, and that's when he really got this big level up, which led to, for example, taking his first kill against Paint right now.
Yeah, and it's so hard. One thing to actually consider is Duck Duo uses his can for most of the options he tries to make, so that leads into that the can will be still so hard.
And just as we saw right there, the shuriken actually blows up the can.
Yeah.
Which is quite difficult for Duck to deal with. As well as these aerial approaches from Greninja.
Yeah.
Making it really hard because he has to throw out a preemptive up air or dash away or something. But if he's setting up, then it's not possible to do that.
Yeah. And I mean, it's so important for whenever you're playing against a Duck Duo to kind of diffuse all of the special abilities. Because whenever you hit the Cowboy and he loses his pants, Duck Duo can't use him for 6 seconds, and that's huge.
That's really long, actually.
Yeah, whenever you hit the can, lastly, Duck Duo isn't able to control the can freely. So it's kind of like a defusing game, trying to minimize every option Duck Duo is trying to use. And like just like there, if the Cowboy was hit there, that would have been a detriment for Duckan's game plan.
Yeah.
But Tarik didn't do that.
And Duckan not with the greatest normals in the game, so if your specials are gone, then what are you going to do?
Yeah, exactly.
The red button is basically all you have, right?
So I will say that's kind of a misplay, because that could have been way bigger than what he actually got, and what he actually is getting is getting killed by the cam.
And now, even in stocks, but Greninja just needs one down tilt into kill move.
Yeah.
That's going to do it, which is so scary because there's so much you have to watch out for now.
And game plan has been the name of the game of our whole commentary cast,
right?
Yeah,
of this block, for sure.
Yeah, and that isn't the game plan you're trying to get. But what I was trying to say is, Duckan Duo's game plan, I've said it multiple times because I have cast Banes multiple times. Duckan's Duo's game plan is so much harder.
Yeah, it's hard to execute for sure.
Yeah, and just like I said, how the can will always be still, the can is also the thing you use most to kill. And if that can has been used way too much, it's so hard to do so. And Tarik's kill options are down tilt F smash, down tilt into aerial jump read, into a fair.
Yeah.
There's so much easier options for a Greninja to do so, and
you can see him chasing Paint right now, which is usually very hard for any character to do, but Greninja with those great tools that allow him to actually get into your face like that.
Yeah, and yeah, oh, that was actually a really great play. He used the Cowboy to condition him not to roll, but he also got the can to get an air for if he tries to do anything other than that, and he just up smash, knowing that that was the only thing he could actually do so. But Greninja, or Tarik, has been playing his Spanish really pretty great right now.
Yeah, he's honestly, Paint is making it really close right now, even getting back to even.
I mean, he SD'd, right? And
yeah, but it's still hard to get a kill for that right now.
Yeah.
One down tilt from Greninja should do it. Maybe even that dash attack. Choosing the right option there. That's gonna be the stock.
Yeah.
Not yet, actually.
But notice how the Cowboy is sitting there dead, not being able to use for 6 seconds. He can use it right now.
Yeah.
It's really useful, of course, for getting back on stage. Yeah, I mean, this last stock situation, and just like
that's
that.
Gonna take it.
Yeah, Tarik's game plan is way easier, of course. Yeah.
Okay, so game one going to Tarik.
And like we said, if it's an even game, last stock situation, it's in the favor of Tarik. Because Paint has to do so much more, so much more effort, so much more thinking, and in a stressful situation, that's of course going to be really hard.
Right, because you don't really have any safe kill moves to throw out, and Ninja has that fair.
Yeah.
And that fair is so devastating.
Fair,
Great range.
down tilt, up smash, counter even.
Yeah. I mean the counter, if you get a right read, if he throws out side B or something, he's just dead.
I remember casting Tarik versus Mr. R in Finite XL, and Tarik used his counter to, he didn't use it at all the whole set, and that was the move that sealed the deal for the whole set.
Yeah, sometimes it's just holding back those crazy moves until the right moment, and then they just work because no one's expecting it, right?
Yeah. But one thing I really want to get out of my chest is that Paint, oh my god, that's kind of hard to deal with your Paint. But when Paint played against young Eevee, game 1 was always a stun. It was so in Finite XL, and it was so at Tax. But still, it's kind of fortunate he killed. So it's not the best example I can give. But every time he got crushed in game 1, game 2 always looked way better, and game 3 always looked even better than that.
But it seems like Tarik is trying to make a change into that pattern.
Yeah.
As he's up the stock right now. But Paint wrecking on some damage and setting up his traps again right away. And that side B is a big commitment, but in situations like that, it's actually perfect to catch the landing.
I would say so, yeah. And
especially as Tarik is jumping a lot.
Yeah, and of course Greninja is known for jumping so much, and oh, that is just disgusting damage. One small conversion did 30 damage.
Yeah, Greninja is quite a good character.
Yeah.
Especially when he can just rush you down.
And I've been saying that Can is really important to hit it before doing anything. Greninja can just use a really small shuriken to intercept that Can, and Duck Duo has a way more difficult time to intercept that.
Yeah.
It isn't the case on the Cowboy, because the Cowboy has a damage threshold before he actually gets blown up, just like that with the Can. And just like this, speaking of blown up, Paint's blowing up the fried frog, but
fried frog. Yeah, he is quite red.
And yeah, well, Tarik answering on his own. Yeah, it's looking like a hard game to actually win again for Paint.
It's really interesting to see how hard Paint is finding to not be close to Tarik. Whenever Tarik gets close, he rolls away or runs away. And I think Tarik...
Oh, I think this is it. Yeah, how
Tarik
unfortunate.
Is catching him quite well on his escape options, which is really unfortunate for Paint, because up close, what can you really do, right?
Yeah, a side B, I guess, a frisbee,
but if you shield it, then
exactly
it resets the situation.
Yeah,
and yeah, it's so tough.
Yeah,
I can't imagine what he has to change.
I think that's the big detriment of playing a Duck Duo. It's so matchup dependent on how well you are able to play this.
Yeah.
Just looking at how these game plans differentiate
or differ from each other. Right?
Yeah, Greninja has down smash, down tilts, up smash, fair. What else? Duck Duo has again.
Not to take all the credit away from Tarik, he is. This is quite a hard matchup to play well in, because you do have to keep a lot of things in mind.
Yeah.
Just that shield right there, aware of the side B, is a sign that Tarik is doing really well.
Yeah, for sure. And I actually really like this stage pick, because Duck Duo, of course, having a way easier time trapping when there's no platform. And
yeah, there's nowhere for Tarik to escape to.
And keep in mind, the up air of Duck Duo is really active, so juggle game for Duck Duo it could be really great if this is on the stage without platforms.
I do think he has to read pretty hard to actually get a juggle on Greninja, because just the air dodge, neutral air dodge fast fall.
Oh my god.
So good for Greninja.
Yeah, that up smash, while it doesn't kill, A, it does so much damage percentage-wise, and B, it looks so cool. It's like a mental damage, right?
It looks scary.
Yeah.
Now, the stage pick actually coming into play there with the high ceiling, and it's going to allow Paint to get the first stock right there.
Yeah, he kind of anticipated that Greninja will actually jump into him, and the up smash, of course, being a really active move.
Yeah. And now Paint has the opportunity to build on his lead right now. Finding himself off stage, quite scary against Greninja, but he's making a great escape right now. and then they're not gonna quite do it. Throwing the can the wrong way, sadly.
Yeah.
Probably wanted to cover his recovery with it, but instead he's gonna get
It's still kind of covered somewhat, but it wasn't enough. Of course, not optimal. And
right. That was a crazy interaction with the can.
Yeah.
The throw invincibility right there. And catching the jump, but not quite perfect. I think does the can have a hitbox?
Yeah, the can it has a hitbox whenever he gets shot.
Yeah.
And that was the hit that Tarik took instead of the can
That's
itself.
quite unfortunate.
Yeah.
So now Green's in the air, getting some damage. And Pain is looking quite healthy in this game.
Yeah, we're kind of seeing that his walling game is way better. And just as I said it, Tarik finds one opening.
That should not be anything too crazy, but Greenish is going to be
get
off
attacked.
stage right now.
Oh,
Great use of the side B by Tarik. Perfect timing.
Yeah, and Paint respecting that option though. Most of these, oh yeah, down tilt up smash, classic combo. Tarik finding the stock.
Yeah.
But like, Paint's respecting the option of side being two stage, and of course, does kill really fast.
Yeah.
And speaking of killing really fast, that's exactly the thing that Duck Hunt doesn't do. And
that did not hit. That's really unfortunate for Paint.
Can you do some can setups?
And
he can, unattackable.
You have to do something there, and Tarik not quite ready for it.
Yeah, it's called the can, not the cannot. So Duck Hunt Duo, of course, doing so much work, knowing the options of what the can can do.
Talking about magicians, you're quite a magician with words yourself, I think.
I am a word artist, to say the least, but we're of course not talking about the plays I'm using with my words. We're talking about how the game is flowing, and it looks like last. I mean, it's really even, but it actually isn't. It's so much more effort for Paint to actually do something.
This is quite scary.
Oh, the
Still
can covering side B.
And I'm not sure if Paint was aware of his lack of a jump, but ooh, Tarik not jumping, actually just challenging the shield. Quite scary, but it works out for him.
Yeah, and what I really want to commend Paint for is Game 2 wasn't close at all.
Right.
Game 1 wasn't close either.
And now he's poised to take this one.
Yeah, and he's still, he's so...
Yeah, that's going to be...
Yeah.
Oh, not even close.
Yeah, it's really still, of course, well, like we said. And this, the
other
other side, how unfortunate.
Wow, we keep saying it, but Tarik is actually Houdini right now.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, that roll beyond, and that finally kills.
In the end, he does take that one.
Yeah, and I've been saying that can, but it's like can a bit.
Sometimes he can.
Sometimes he can, you know, but Paint's finally taking one, and you're gonna have to take more than just one game to finally win this set.
And as you can see in the background of Tarik's player cam, his girlfriend cheering him on with that moral support.
Yeah, and of course the tag Lala, referencing the name of Lais.
Yeah, for sure. And hopefully for him, that's gonna get him over the edge of winning this game right now, winning this set. But Paint, no girlfriend behind him.
But does he need a girlfriend if he has a funny dog and a funny duck?
Exactly. And the entire Dutch community.
Yeah, for sure. Well, except for the girlfriend of Tarik, right?
Yeah, that's. But I mean,
we don't talk about her. She's kind of betrayed us.
Wow. Now, Paint's can not betraying him right now. Setting up his traps right away.
Yeah.
Tarik in the lead though.
And I think Battlefield is such a great stage for Greninja.
Yeah, he can mix up his approaches so well.
Yeah, that and just like this, you can follow up so many combos whenever Paint tries to recover high.
And whenever Greninja does his side B, I'm never sure if it's greedy or if it's actually good, but it's really scary for Duck Hunt, that's for sure.
Yeah, just the pressure that you know that option exists is scary enough.
Yeah.
And him throwing it out is kind of like saying, hey, I have this move as well. Try not to play impatiently, please. Because if you do, you just get hit by the side B.
Yeah, you're going to get Shadow Snuck, man.
Yeah.
And jumping over the side B, as you've been saying, that side B is a big commitment, and Paint getting beat up for it right there with that water sword.
Yeah, and this game is looking way more like how Game 2 went. You're I can't help but think that the stage selection was such a big difference maker for why Paint took Game 3.
And just as we were seeing in the I Study and Yukiro set, Tarik positioning himself with those shurikens so that the can cannot really get to him from
no cowboy. Yeah, and just Paint doesn't have any means of setting up all these traps he's trying to give. because once he's trying to, whenever he's trying to do something, he just gets one shuriken in his face.
And Tarik is honestly just circle camping him right now. He's really playing the clock.
Yeah.
He does not want to lose this.
Yep. He still has 5 minutes, but I'm not. But just having the pressure of knowing that that is an option as well is scary for Paint. Because what can Paint do right now is all he's doing is throwing some cans, but eventually that doesn't help.
He's building the percent slowly, but if Tarik keeps this up and if he can take the lead again, then it's going to be quite difficult for Paint.
Yeah, and that can has been used like 5 times to get some damage, so it will kill really, really late.
Man, Dugan is so cute. Did you see him running off the platform? Man, this character's so cool.
I guess, but is it cool enough for Tarik to care? Because it looks like this, the character model is cool, but the up air is cool as well, and Paint finally getting the kill.
Yeah, he's showing just how cool his character really is. But Tarik with a good conversion right there.
Yeah.
Dugan finding himself off stage, having to up B to the ledge. Now this is
catching the jump.
I was about to say this is really scary because Greninja can cover so much when you don't have any traps up.
Yep. Yeah, that's
showing that he really can do that right there.
Yeah, and duck hunts in general, right? Because not having the cowboy or not having any can to protect you, it's like, what will you do in this disadvantage? I guess you can throw out the frisbee, but big commitment, of course.
Exactly, you got really hit hard for that last time.
Yeah.
So you must be not too eager to throw that out, just a neutral anymore.
Oh,
and that's big damage.
That from tech chase, of course.
No upper chase, going for the air defeat instead.
Yeah, but does he need to overcommit?
Of course not. He definitely doesn't.
Exactly.
He's just gonna play the lead if he really wants to.
Because if he overcommits, something like that happen where he eats the up smash.
Yeah, I mean, one of the greatest ways to deal with zoners is to zone back, to get back. And Tarik really showing that right now, going for that. Ooh, not getting the up smash. He yeah, that's so scary from Paint. Big commitment there.
Oh, great air dodge wait.
That was very beautiful.
Amazing play by Tarik, and that will be the set.
And that's going to be it for us, actually. We have to play our matches.